Well, good evening, everybody. This is your July 22nd, 2023 edition of Collision After Dark. Roll that intro.
It's Collision After Dark, baby.
Well. It is Saturday night. It's the Saturday night special here at the effing wrestling household. You guys know the deal. This is Collision After Dark. I am the effing expert, Mr. Isaacs.
And I, of course, the patron saint of professional wrestling, Bubbly, son of a bitch. I make things flip to the flop. I'm Canada Dry, damn it. And I just want to announce that we got a nickname for the show now.
And what is that nickname, Canada Dry?
It's not just Collision After Dark. We're the garage. So I got my tool here. I got a feeling you guys got some tools. The flashlights. You know, you need that to see all the dents and whatnot, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody needs to have, every man or woman, you know, let's be politically correct here, should have a little mag light in their tool set.
Yeah. So that way they can have their kids hold the flashlight and yell at them that they're not pointing it at the right spot.
Hold it straight, damn it.
His head shaking as you're yelling at him even more.
Well, we got a little bit of service disruption there during work through it. Here with us this evening, one of which being from Right After Dark, our sister show. Mr. Golden Graham, introduce yourself, buddy.
Good evening, everybody. As you see, I'm the effing Golden Graham, and I got a hammer with me for the garage because this is what I needed to get through this episode tonight.
Oh, you're gonna be JFB tonight.
Oh yeah.
You might have to take something else first before you can be JFP tonight. But, hi-oh. and we have a fourth panelist here, and I'm pretty excited. This is the first time I've been on a show with this gentleman.
Me too.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
This is his first time even on the network.
Oh,
I'm a rookie. You told me I got a note to bring a tool, but unfortunately, Lord Ryan Rich wasn't available, so I had to grab some bolt cutters.
Oh, man.
In case I got to cut through any BS while I'm on the show.
Nice.
Mike's not a real handy guy, so I don't know if I should be trusted with those, but I got them.
Do you know how to use those is the question.
I've been watching a lot of Brutus the Barber Beefcake, so
It reminded me of him.
Now, that's an essential tool that is used by every heel in like a Hell in a Cell match or Blood and Guts or War Games. So we need to see that in wrestling.
I got them.
I'm going to use this on somebody if they cross me tonight.
It's like,
criticize this, Rich.
Where is Marty Jannetty at this evening? Do we have a location of where he is?
I don't know where he is. He just seems to pop up. I got his favorite drink ready just in case.
Jack and Coke in the can. Nice.
Doesn't Marty really need a Jack and Coke at this time, though? That's the question.
He's probably already had 5 or 6.
He probably doesn't, but is he going to? Yes. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get started reviewing the show this evening. Obviously, Collision starts as it does many times over with the little recorded opening promos of everybody that's involved in a match. I like these. I think these are pretty cool. I don't think these particular ones were anything that special, but in general, I like these. Does anybody have any thoughts on these particular opening promos? Dave, you're the new guy here. Do you have any thoughts on these promos?
This week's, like you said, there weren't really anything special, but I like it. It kind of gives it that old school feel. It gives it a little different feel where, you get to hear from the guys before the match, or before the show, I should say. But yeah, none of them really stood out. I mean, Ricky's was okay, but it was nothing special. But I feel like they should keep him around, but maybe, spice him up a little bit.
Right. I like Daddy Ass's robe too. Dry, what'd you think, man? Did you see anything noteworthy here, or?
I liked it. It is that old school feel, and it just gets you hyped for the show. It's like instead of just an intro and just like going to the ring, they got that different flavor, which is like that.
All right.
What was the last thing you heard me say before that little skip in time?
We heard
So
which
I
is
think-
like.
Yeah, I just said that.
yeah.
I'm just like I just like it like that. Yeah. I don't know.
Golden Graham, what do you think, pal?
I this is gonna be a hill I die on. The guns do not belong in Bullet Club Gold. They don't. Jay White looks so annoyed by having to do something with those two. Like the fact that he just plugged his shirt on AEW merch, like that's ridiculous. Like that shouldn't be in an opening promo.
Did you buy the shirt?
No, why the fuck would I buy a gun shirt?
Wait, was it the Guns who promoted the shirt, or was it Jay White?
No, it was Jay White promoting the Guns' new shirt.
Yeah, they had like a new
I know,
Bullet
but
Club
what's
Gold
wrong with
specific
that?
shirt.
Not in an opening promo when you're hyping the show.
I don't mind it. It's a different flavor.
All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the opening promo segment. We had Shivani, good old Tony Schiavone, in the ring. Brings out Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks put on a 4th of July show, apparently, because the fireworks went on for like 5 minutes.
Oh,
Longer than Cody's.
Yeah, that kind of reminded me of an old school Cody AEW entrance. Yeah, just a real over the top and cocky attitude. Kind of a good promo. Don't want to be a damn pillar, because he's too special, yada, yada, yada. Punk comes out to no music at all, again, for some reason, to very heavy boos. Okay, so they're out of Canada now, and this guy's still getting booed everywhere. That's kind of interesting. Cage and Luchasaurus come out, ramble on about some nonsense, and Cage insults New Jersey, just like Punk just did, insulted New Jersey. And then Darby comes
it's
out.
a low-hanging fruit, insulting New Jersey.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's just, well, New Jersey, I just don't like being here because you guys suck. Yeah, I don't want to be here.
Punk insults every local hockey team because he's such a big Blackhawks fan. So.
Right. So that'll definitely get him some hill heat in any NHL town, that's for sure. Darby comes out, blah blah blah, doesn't really say anything of any substance, and Tony Khan speaks to Schiavone in his headset and says, "Oh, guys, we got breaking news. We're gonna have a tag team match in the main event," and announces Punk and Darby versus Christian Cage and Ricky Starks for the main event. To me, this was just all over the place. Like, I don't know. I really didn't care a whole lot for this promo. I don't know. To me, it was just so hit and miss and so all over the place. It just didn't really do much for anybody involved. Canada, what did you think?
I really enjoyed that fireworks Ricky Starks got.
The fireworks was the best part. Yeah.
That's not even for his match. This is just for the promo. It's and then you got the announcer saying, "This guy is a star." That's what it's meant to do. It's meant to make you believe this guy's important. And if they keep doing that for him, we'll be brainwashed enough to think Ricky Starks is a star. Someone was saying, and I have to respond to this, in the AFW chat, that Ricky Starks is better than The Rock.
No.
The Rock is a freaking legend. Ricky Starks got some nice wrestling moves. He's got some nice timing, but he's nowhere near The Rock's character and personality and charisma. Not even close.
I'm not going to ask you to out that individual, but I'd be curious to know who said something so egregious.
I don't know. He's watching right now. He's watching the show right now. I'm not going to say who it is.
He's gonna out the guy and then he's gonna dip. That's what's gonna happen.
And
Golden-
that's who it is. No, just kidding.
Golden Graham, what do you think of this?
Yeah, this was very disjointed and I'm all over the place. It felt like someone didn't take their ADD medicine before writing this opening set. It was, I don't understand like why we got this tag match. Like it was just weird. Like very off brand for Collision, who is usually everything's very well thought out, meticulous, and makes sense. This was just weird.
Can I add that I don't think Luchasaurus should have been part of this. He shouldn't have come out.
I mean, they have to. Though. That's the whole shtick between them. They're the
no, but if
team
you just
champion.
had him come, you just had Christian come out alone with the TNT Championship, and now it makes sense that we're having a tag match. Having Luchasaurus in there just confuses things. So I think that would have helped the situation if he wasn't there.
Well, Dallas came out and said, "It was freaking delirious. Out me. I don't care. It was me, you stupid son of a bitch. It was, me
all along."
Do y'all even see our comments? Guys, look, I am running all the production here, okay? I literally just now thought about looking at the comments, so I apologize if I missed your comments.
Yeah, it's
I honestly
hard.
didn't see him. I saw
is
something
very
else.
hard.
I just clicked where it says comments. I'm a new guy, so I haven't till just now.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to do it all. Like, I've got to like show the banners, I've got to like pitch to everybody, and then I've got to pay attention to the comments, and that's on a different tab.
And you got to look handsome and sound handsome.
And I got to look and sound immaculate.
I mean, but that's the easy part for him. So,
Oh yeah,
I mean, I got
That
the
voice,
smoothest
my
better
gosh.
voice. Dave, what do you think of this opening segment, buddy?
So one of the things I've always liked about AEW is they kind of announce all the matches like before the show, so you kind of know what's coming. You know the main. This just felt to me like a throwing together WWE Raw segment where let's throw 4 guys out there, let's have a tag match. Like, it was nothing special. I mean, all the stuff they said was fine, but I don't want AEW to get in the habit of let's throw 4 guys out there. Let's have a tag match that's unannounced as the main event. It's to me, it's kind of lazy. Just, tell a story beforehand and then, have the match.
Yeah.
Can you show Justin's last comment?
Marty, you're paying for the pretzels next time.
Oh, thanks for the pretzel, Justin. Yeah, after the show last night. Yeah. He didn't know he was paying for it, but
So some guy named Aaron Harder's in here. I don't know who the hell this guy thinks he is. I will watch and let him know. Good comment.
Canada Dry, Aaron Harder. Which one's better? I think Canada Dry.
I gotta go with Canada Dry.
Oh,
Gotta go with
cracking
Canada
down.
Dry. We got a noob in the house.
You know what?
What's that?
Aaron doesn't know any wrestlers. I know a couple of them. I message them whenever I want.
You do.
like,
So
I'm going to be honest. Like, we've known each other for, 3 years now?
Yeah.
Like,
three. Yeah,
it feels weird to call you Aaron.
it does. It's like, stop calling me that. That's my other part when this stuff is over and I have to go back to my dreary life.
Well, now I think you'll like this comment though from Makoto Kino. Aaron is the best looking. So
They love me in Japan.
you're
Please,
popular in Japan,
please.
man.
I know these Japanese girls love me.
Yeah,
I think that's Canada
they love you,
burner
man.
account, but
It's because I know how to
Right
use a wrench, baby.
Look, and Red Hino agrees with you. I agree with Mikado. Aaron is the best looking. Cheers from Osaka, Japan.
Oh, you just made me flip my hat over that.
Oh, shit just got real now.
Yeah.
He flipped the hat. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next segment here. Nothing major. Andrade El Idolo is prevented from entering the arena by security for fears that he'll interfere in the House of Black Trios match. Do any of you have any comments about this? There's not really much here.
I'm surprised he didn't still find a way into the building.
Yeah. Usually when this happens, it's kind of a surefire bet that the guy's going to interject himself somehow.
Yeah.
Canada Driver, you're going to say something?
I think it was interesting because he looked legit pissed off. Like, why are you kicking me out of the building? This is like before I left AEW for a while there, man.
What are you doing? Get the hell out of my way.
I just signed the contract, man, 2-year extension.
Who's behind this? Sammy Guevara?
Yeah.
Dave, you have any thoughts on this?
No, I just don't think Andrade wanted to watch that trios match either, so he just went home.
Ayo.
Now, I have to ask you a question, Marty. So when you and your sister, Elena, go to McDonald's, what do you guys get?
Well, we don't go together very often. We live on the other side of the country, but I'm a chicken nugget guy. I mean, I usually get the 10-piece chicken nugget meal, or if I use the app, sometimes they have deals for a 20-piece. But I'm a chicken nugget guy.
Oh, can't go wrong with the chicken nuggies.
Yeah. Speaking of which, the people want to see Marty.
Who is this Marty guy they keep talking about? I don't know.
Marty.
Oh, here we go. The Jack and the Coke is coming open.
Oh, here comes Marty.
Whoa. Marty's here now. I got his notes.
I don't know if I know Canada Dry said that he sometimes doesn't get the same commercials that we do, but they ran a picture-in-picture ad here with nothing but a Collision logo. Did any of you notice this?
I really don't pay attention during commercials, I'll be honest with you.
You know what? It seemed like they didn't have any. I'm getting it commercial free when I see it. So
Nice.
But there was a point when I just saw Collision where the commercial would have been.
Yeah. So they ran picture in picture, with the commercial side by side with what's going on live, and all it was a Collision logo. I'm like, who screwed that up in the production truck? So, surely somebody got yelled at.
I would hope so.
Because you're not going to get paid for that ad space.
No, not at all.
No, absolutely not. And we didn't even get to hear, Excalibur's, don't go anywhere. You're going to miss action. Stay there for picture. Yeah, we didn't even get to hear that even.
That's because we have two calm-headed level commentators on Collision.
You mean we actually have good commentators on Collision? Yeah.
Oh, come
so
on.
apparently I look like Owen Hart.
Okay. This is getting out of control, guys. Aaron looks like Owen Hart.
You know what? I can do the better sharpshooter than you, Brett.
All right, guys. We're almost 20 minutes in. I think it's about time to hit match number 1. What do you
That's
think?
how long it took us to get to the first match.
Action
We're
Andretti
trying.
and Darius Martin versus Bullet Club Gold. Now, I like how they just took Action Andretti and just said, hey, this guy kind of looks like one of the Martins. Let's just have him replace one of the Martins and pretend to be one for a while.
He's high octane like a Martin.
Sure. Yeah. Anyways, my notes here, I thought this was a pretty good match, honestly. I think Bullet Club Gold is a really good tag team. And I like the fact that they put them over here. It was a solid match, a lot of good athleticism, good spots. I didn't hate it. I thought it served its purpose. Dave, what do you think about this match?
Well, yeah, I liked it. I'm not as familiar with, Jay White and Juice Robinson, maybe some other people that follow New Japan really closely. So that's one of the things I really love about Collision is it's giving guys like them a chance to shine where they were kind of maybe, on Rampage every once in a while. But here now we're kind of get to see them shine. As far as the other tag team, I got some notes here that Marty left. He said he can look into the future and Action Andrade. His contract wasn't renewed 2 years from now or whenever it expires. That's kind of his future, according to Marty. Poor guy's just getting thrown into a tag team. He's basically holding the spot until the brother gets in. But they had a good match. I kind of agree with Golden Graham about the Gun Club not being in Bullet Club Gold. But the reason I don't understand it is you have a tag team and then you add another tag team for a stable. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. You guys are both technically have the same goal to go over the tag titles, but I like them. I like the group together, but it just doesn't really make sense to have, two tag teams as a stable.
No, I totally agree with that. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the old NWO days when Hogan and Savage were always kind of standoffish. because the idea was that Savage was a main eventer looking for the title as well. That's kind of what that reminds me of. Except neither one of these guys are anywhere near the stature of those two as far as stardom goes. But yeah, Canada Dry, what do you think of this match?
Well, the thing is, one really isn't a tag team. They're both kind of single stars thrown together for a couple tag runs. And it's not, to me, that Switchblade Jay White is a much bigger star on his own.
Oh, absolutely.
And I could see him easily winning any title in AEW, like any title. But this match was entertaining. But I tell you what, if this was the old days, we'd have Action Andretti getting his head shaved by Brutus the Barber Beefcake at the end of the match. And he's looking in the mirror and he's freaking bald. I'd love to do that. That guy's hair is horrible.
Effing Golden Graham, what say you, pal?
Whose hair is worse, Action Andretti or Juice Robinson?
Oh, man.
Juice has got great hair. What are you talking about?
I hate his hair. That's like the only thing I like. For me, like, Juice Robinson has come out of his shell so much since Collision has started. Like, he's grown like just tenfold. I love Juice Robinson. I love Jay White. I hate the guns. It's a well-known established fact on After Dark.
Now, do you still like the name Rock Hard for him?
Rock Hard.
I mean,
It's horrible.
it's horrible, but I mean, I can overlook that.
Yeah.
As long as he's doing great wrestling and great character work, which he's been doing for these last couple weeks.
You know, it's almost laughable for him to call himself Rock Hard.
Yeah.
It's just funny because, like, you know, a lot of people probably don't get the pun. But I mean, the guy sells a t-shirt that says Rock Hard. Now, I certainly wouldn't wear that t-shirt to like my kid's school.
I wouldn't wear
Like,
that
I don't think
t-shirt.
that would be a good idea.
Marty'd wear it to Hooters. I'll tell you that.
Marty
yeah.
Marty Jannetty would probably wear it anywhere. Yeah. I would imagine he'd wear it to church. He'd wear it to an elementary school. I mean, he would wear it pretty much anywhere, I would imagine. Allegedly.
He'd wear it to a funeral.
If you're Rock Hard at a funeral, pal, I think you need to skip
You
that.
got other issues. You know, Marty Jannetty might be Rock Hard at a funeral. You never know. He might forget that he took those pills before he went.
Had a hell of a bender. It just kind of like bled over into the hour of the funeral. I know.
Yeah.
I guess that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Match number 2. Miro versus Nick Camarado. Miro's attacked during the entrance for some reason. Not really any kind of storyline purpose for that, but I kind of liked it though because you know, it led immediately to the action in the ring. You know, Miro's kind of getting dominated a little bit. Then he just all of a sudden snaps, comes back, beats the shit out of him, and wins a squish match, as we like to say here on Effin' Wrestling. Golden Graham, what do you think of this match?
It was fine. It was. I still don't know what they're doing with Miro. Like, some character development, further a story, like something. Like, they can't just keep running him out here to do 10-second squish matches. It's gonna dry up real quick, and he's gonna just be to the point where I don't care.
Well, don't worry, because next week he'll be back to cutting a promo about how he hates his hot wife again. So, Canada Dry, what do you think of this match?
I don't think this is a squish match.
You don't think this counts?
No, because Camarado got something out of this. Like, he's a little bit of a bigger star now, and you can see him beating somebody less quality than Miro next week. So
yeah,
I think it doesn't qualify because if the guy losing gets something out of it, I don't think it counts.
Yeah,
because you could file this under glorified squish match.
Yes, I will accept that.
This is almost kind of like straddles the line
Yeah.
of like a regular match and a squish match, right? Because, I mean, he did lay him out super quick once he got offense going. But I get your point. It's definitely a good point. Marty, or excuse me.
Before we get
what did
Marty,
you think?
can I just quickly say something?
Yeah.
Do you think that Camarado is a little bit sloppy in the ring.
Yeah, didn't he try to slam Miro and like completely messed it up?
Yeah, I've seen it a few times from him. Like when he gets the big moment, he does something like this.
Yeah, he probably just got in a hurry and was nervous, I would imagine. Because I mean, this is probably, I mean, it's the only time that I've seen him on one of the major two shows in quite a while, since maybe like what, the pandemic era,
Yeah.
when they were doing the shows at in Jacksonville all the time. I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while. Dave,
Yeah,
what do
last
you
time I
think
seen
of
him was they turned down Cody.
this? Right.
Oh, whenever you see like Miro in action, you just expect, you know, all of a sudden a local guy, Bob from New Jersey, is going to be in the ring, not even get an entrance when it's a match like that. So they did something a little different. They had Nick, you know, attack him from behind, which I kind of liked. You know, we all knew Miro was going to win. It says Miro in action. You might as well just say Miro was going to win next. But yeah, they did something a little different. Nobody thought Nick was going to win, but he at least looked, you know, on Miro's level, and he got, you know, he got a few of his moves in. I don't know if what the language like they call getting your crap in. So he got a little bit of that in. So I mean, like I think I agree with Canada a little bit. He was on TV. He got a little, you know, a few moves in. It's better than just getting completely squashed. So
Can you show the comment by Mike Pemberton?
AEW doesn't do many true squash matches with their signed workers. The true squash matches are usually with the local talent. Yes.
who let that guy in here?
that
How
your
many
brother?
Pembertons are there in AFW? There's quite a few, apparently. Are there a lot of Pembertons around here in AFW?
Yeah, there's three of us. There's me, my brother Mike, and the women's world champion Elena.
Oh, okay. Wow. I don't know why, but apparently I never made that connection.
Yeah, they rule the line. The Pembertons rule the line faction. Like,
Wow. We have a family legacy going on in AFW. That is pretty cool.
You don't cross the line.
I dig that.
That's our catchphrase.
Match number 3.
We just made it up now.
Match number 3. We had the House of Black versus the Acclaimed with Daddy Ass. Short match. I kind of expected a little more out of this, to be honest with you. I mean, it wasn't bad for what it was. But yeah, House of Black kind of gets the dominant win here. Gunn leaves his boots in the ring. Takes forever getting his boots off because apparently the laces were difficult. And I swear it looked like he was spending a good 8 minutes taking the damn boots off. But he took the boots off for the the penultimate retirement spot. Obviously a work, because when the Acclaimed went to like check on him, he pushed them away. So I mean, obviously this isn't a true retirement. I'm curious to know what you guys thought of this match. I'm going to start with you this time, Dave. What do you think?
Oh, the match is okay. I still don't really know what they're doing with House of Black. Are are they heels? Are they what? It's kind of just seems like that they can work great in the ring, but as far as like their outside of the ring character work, I was actually kind of shocked when they said that they're the longest reigning trio champs. That doesn't seem like they've been champions that long. But I guess it was they won it at Revolution in March. But as far as the match, I expected House of Black to win, and Andrade is obviously going to find some partners to take them on. But the Acclaimed, they're kind of floundering a little bit. They're still over. They get one of the biggest pops. I mean, Max Caster's raps are amazing, but they kind of don't know what they're doing either with them. But obviously Billy Gunn retired tonight, but I don't know. It was a decent match, but the trios, I expect great matches because they're not doing a lot with as far as the storylines. The thing about the trios division you want to see is great matches, and this was kind of lackluster as far as that was concerned.
All right, Golden Graham, what do you think?
So I got a couple notes. One, what happened to like the whole house rules aspect of this, where the team that's going after the trios title got to make up a rule? Like, I like that. It would have set them apart differently, but it's like they did 2 of them that were extremely lackluster, and then they just dropped that. But my favorite thing that happened in this match is Buddy Matthews just knocking Max Caster's head off after dissing him in a rap. I don't know why it's taken so long for someone to do that to Max Caster, but I love it. And
Uh,
I'm with you, Mr. Isaacs. Like, I was thoroughly disappointed in this. I expected it to go longer. Like, it left me wanting more.
yeah, it was oddly short. I don't know. Canada Dry, what'd you think?
Yeah, I thought it was really good that Buddy Matthews came out and just smucked him in the face. Just gives you a little bit of joy inside. When Daddy Ass was taking off the boots, you would think that he knew how long it took to take off wrestling boots, as he's done it many, many, many times in his life.
We're gonna see him wearing laceless cowboy boots from now on.
It's like, okay, I'm gonna come back, but I'm gonna wear cowboy boots this time.
I'm curious as to what Malachi Black said to him in the middle of the ring.
Well, I guess that poses a different question. Do you think this ends up with a Billy Gunn heel turn and him joining House of Black or aligning with them in some way? Does anybody think that?
The only way that this makes sense to me is if Billy Gunn comes back and tries one more time and they win the tag belts.
They may do that. And we may get a series of vignettes of the Acclaimed trying to convince Billy to come to not retire, to like, let's just go for it one more time story. And I could see that. That would be pretty good.
I think that would be a good idea. Yeah. I mean, if he truly is wanting to make this maybe his last run in the ring, this would be a good way to do it. Yeah.
Has everyone said something?
What's that?
Mr. Isaacs, has everyone said something?
I think I just threw this one out there for anybody to say what they wanted to say. Dave, did you have any further comments?
No, just Billy Gunn's going to be 60, so I hope he at least keeps wrestling until he hits 60. He'll be 60 this November. Just a few more months so he can get.
Well, he's got to catch up with Sting.
Yeah,
you know,
that's assuming Sting ever stops.
Okay, so we're at the halfway point of the show. So I wanted to do this now before we do maybe we'll do an advertisement after this. But we want to raise money so Caleb can have a Happy Meal. Oh, you got the Caleb Payne shirt on. That's awesome. Perfect shirt to wear. Yeah, so it should play the video.
All right.
I want a Happy Meal, please.
Succinct and to the point. I like that.
How can you turn that face away when someone says, "Can you send Effin' Wrestling some money so he can get a Happy Meal?" So write this down. Get your pens ready. Send it to bigshinymatrix@hotmail.com. And that's our PayPal. And you will be able to contribute to Caleb's Happy Meal. And if we get more, then he will get 2. And possibly he will take his date.
Wow.
His girlfriend. He wants to take his girlfriend to McDonald's with him. So possibly we could have maybe some extra stuff we give them. So maybe some ice creams or something. And they could have this full-on date at McDonald's.
So the question is, what kind of Happy Meal does he want?
I don't know. I think he's probably going to go with the nuggets.
Good choice.
You know,
for God's sakes, get this kid a Happy Meal, please.
You know, the WWE partnered up with Susan G. Komen for many years. This is equally a worthwhile endeavor, guys.
Yeah,
we've got to give money so that we can get Caleb a Happy Meal, especially for his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We've got to foster the love here, man.
You know what's funny is when I said that I wanted to do this for him, he goes, "May I have 2 Happy Meals, please?"
That's just being a good businessman, Cam.
Yes, I'll try for 2.
I like how Dallas says stay away from the Grimace Shake. I don't know if you guys have seen any of those viral videos of people making like horror type videos about the Grimace Shake and it being cursed and all this and that. So Caleb,
about it.
don't get the grimace shake.
So
all right.
apparently Elena is a little bit behind on the stream. She didn't see the shirt yet.
Yeah, she says, well, I don't know who stood up, LOL.
Was it Marty?
Oh, I literally just saw that.
Which is interesting was when you're seeing something, but you're commenting in real time.
That is quite the conundrum, that is for
Yes.
sure. Let's go to the next segment here. We've got Schiavone back in the ring once again, and he's with FTR this time. The fans did not seem very happy that FTR was in street clothes cutting a promo instead of wrestling. I think they saw the past couple of collisions and they were like, well, shit. I think we just got chipped. But obviously they were there hyping up their match next Saturday against MJF and Adam Cole. Thought it was kind of interesting that Dax Harwood was kind of criticizing them for quote comedy skits, which was kind of interesting, kind of bringing some real life wrestling debate into the mix here. I thought this was a good promo. I liked it. I thought it effectively set up the match next Saturday. Canada Dry, you're shaking your head. What do you think?
Oh, I love this promo. Especially the part about when he was a kid, bringing real life into it, and how those kids used to laugh at him because he had to work for a living.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what I'm going to do to you, MJF and Adam Cole. I'm going to slap your stupid little face. Are you going to like that, huh? Yeah, it just gets me so excited.
Golden Graham, what'd you think?
This was the best thing on the show tonight for me. Like, it did a great job of building up the tag match. I really thought, like, when Dax was telling his story about that, I thought he was just going to say, and I'm going to imagine that's MJF, is these punk kids. I'm just going to do to them what I should have did to them years ago. So,
yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. He's going to be like, and that kid that came in that had the biggest mouth reminded me of MJF.
yeah.
Like, I was thinking he was going to say something like that.
And what about Cash and his devil comment?
Oh, yeah.
The devil comment was gold because it's like, he told you he was the devil, and now you're his best friend. What are you doing?
You stupid idiot.
Pretty much. The devil walked in your door and he's like, want to be friends? You're like, well, you are the devil. He's like, I got candy. Okay.
Jeez, Adam Cole.
I love the fact that they brought up like the Pinnacle and they're like, look, we've seen him. We know what he's like. So just believe him when he shows you his true self. Like, I liked that.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought everything in this promo hit the way that it should. Dave, what'd you think about it?
The thing that really stood out to me was kind of the lukewarm reaction that FTR got. There was kind of some cheers, there were some boos, and I think it's just kind of a result of how over MJF and Cole are right now as a tag team. Yeah. Everyone's rooting for them, and so now you kind of got a face versus a face tag team, and the fans don't really know how to react because they love Cole, they love MJF together. But yeah, it was a good promo. We know eventually at some point, MJF's going to turn, or maybe Cole turns. I don't know. One of them's going to do it at some point. It's going to set up a match. But I actually posed this question in the community. I thought it would be a great idea if MJF were to lose the world title and they make a run as a tag team for a while and just make a tag title run. Because I think this is one of the best things that is going.
Wait, was that your hot take?
Yeah, that was my hot take.
Oh, yes. It was a bad take. I remember that.
But I mean, it's been more interesting than anything else MJF has done as world champion to me.
We're going to call that hot take. I've been waiting to pull that one out, but I thought that was an appropriate moment for that. So indulge me, if you will.
We're indulging you. What more do you want, damn it?
Match number 4. There were some great assets in this one. Sky Blue versus Ty Valkyrie. Here's my notes. Valkyrie looks like a monster next to Sky Blue. I mean, she looks like she's double her size with muscle mass. Kind of looked a little ridiculous.
Do you know what? I can't say this. Your hat almost looks like a blonde wig on this podcast.
Looks like a blonde
At certain
wig.
angles, it looks like this. You got this big blonde hair.
It's my Adrian Adonis wig.
Like,
I got to set up for the promo later. Anyways, I thought this was a pretty good match. it was good for what it was. I thought it was decent. I thought Taya looked better than she usually does, to be quite honest with you. She wins the match, calls out Britt Baker for a match on Dynamite. Golden Graham, what'd you think of this match?
I looked away from the TV for 2 seconds and missed the end of this match. Like, I have no clue how this match ended at all. Like, all I remember is Taya having Blue's legs like in a figure four and pushing forward, and then I looked her over and then back, and the match was over. I'm like, oh, okay. I have no desire to see Taya Valkyrie and Britt Baker. Taya, I watched this match and I'm like, God, her selling is awful. Like, she did nothing to make Sky Blue look good in this match at all. Like,
Yeah.
it was bad.
Dave, what'd you think of this match?
I was kind of disappointed just because I thought maybe Sky Blue was past this point of kind of just being an enhancement talent. I mean, obviously Taya's, she's had some big matches, but to me, I thought maybe this could have been Sky Blue's coming out party a little bit, get a big win, maybe, just like a roll up or something unexpected where, this kind of couldn't be considered a fluke, but it'd still be a big win. But obviously Taya needed a win. She's setting up the match with Britt Baker. But for me, I was just kind of disappointing because I think Sky Blue has got a lot of potential. And maybe that came to a little bit of an end tonight.
All right. Canada Dry.
Dave, you know what? When Sky Blue starts her run to get really climb, it's going to be as a heel.
I think so.
She's going to really get over as a heel because she's tired of stuff like this. And she's too nice, and people, they just roll over her. So that's what she's going to do. She's going to turn heel, and she's going to start climbing up and being like the Ricky Starks of the women's division. I'm not excited for this match between Taya Valkyrie and Britt Baker. This match is going to be clunky as F. Like, it's not going to be fun to watch.
Dallas disagrees with you guys. He said Taya looked very good. Sky didn't look bad. She showed fight like Ray versus Big Show.
Big Show actually sold offense for Ray. Taya didn't sell anything.
Yeah, Taya's selling was not good in this.
All right. Moving on here. We are at the main event now. Match number 5. Christian Cage and Ricky Starks versus Darby Allin and CM Punk. Here's my very brief notes on this match. Crowd still hates Punk for some reason. I thought maybe once they got out of Canada, this was kind of going to dry up a little bit, but no pun intended. But yeah, I don't know. For some reason, the guy still hated even in the U.S.
You know what? Real quick, before you go on, and it's really weird too because FTR mentioned the Bucks in their promo, and everybody booed the Bucks.
And they booed them. Yeah.
Make up your mind. What do you guys want?
It's like, if your guys aren't Team Elite and you're not Team Punk either, what's the deal?
AEW is doing a good job changing people's minds, though, because they're doing these little things where he signs, like he just ignores it and signs autographs, and like teaming with Darby is perfect for him.
Yeah.
And anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I was going to close with there was that Punk even like did a tribute to Bam Bam Bigelow in the match, and they still booed him.
Yeah.
Like Jersey's most well-known wrestling legend, and they still booed him. Yeah. I thought the match was okay. I mean, I didn't love it, honestly. I thought it was all right. It just seemed kind of cobbled together out of nowhere, like we kind of mentioned at the start of the program. Canada, what did you think about the main event?
It was a really entertaining match. And I think it really made Starks almost fully heel. Because he's playing the cowardly, didn't want to tag when Punk wanted in against him, and just these little cowardly things that he'd do. And the ending, he's holding the ropes again. Oh, you trashy little dirtbag. Just a really entertaining match at the end there.
Next week, it's going to be 10 minutes of fireworks to celebrate that one. Dave, what do you think of the main event, brother?
was a decent match. I got a couple of notes about it. I really liked when they were arguing about who was going in first. That's just great heel work. Neither
That
one
was
wanted
pretty
to
funny, yeah.
face
Yeah.
CM Punk, and Christian wrestling in a turtleneck. It's just that's great. Like I've never seen that before. That's just to me, it's amazing. A great heel work. And there's another thing that Punk did that actually I liked. So Darby was going for like a dive on the outside. He set both guys up, and then when Darby dove, he got out of the way, and Darby hit the other two guys. I hate it when all the guys stand in the way, even the guys on the same team, when they do a dive. I was like, that to me, that was a great move.
Yeah, because you're showing at least someone's got some brains in the group.
Yeah, like don't stand in the way when your own guys diving at the other guys. You get out of the way. That's what Punk did. I like that. But the match was okay. It's kind of surprising to see CM Punk lose 2 weeks in a row, both by Ricky Starks holding the ropes. But yeah, it was an okay match. I think it served its purpose. Got Ricky Starks a little closer. Being a heel, obviously they're probably setting up a match with him and CM Punk. So yeah, I think it got the job done.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that was the end of the show, and I guess now we'll go ahead and
I don't get to give my
discuss our
thoughts on the match.
sponsors a little bit before we get into our
We
bell
didn't get
ratings
to
and
Graham.
match segment. This StreamYard's doing some weird stuff. Are we all like I was in the middle of talking? Yeah. Like Golden Graham is like the guy that's like him and Dave are like totally fine, and like Canada Dry and myself are like turning into black boxes out of nowhere. It's like just kind of frozen.
Pose.
We're frozen in time. All right, let's get to some sponsors here.
Didn't we get Joseph Graham's comments?
No, I didn't get my comments on the main event.
Oh, my apologies, Golden Graham.
It's all
Go ahead
good.
and give me your thoughts, buddy.
It wasn't a bad match, especially for like just 4 random people thrown together in a tag match. It was fine. Like I love like Punk is just so great at adapting to whatever's thrown his way, like from the crowd. And it's so great because you see so many people nowadays who just get flustered, and he's so smooth and so just goes with the flow. Like it's nice to see. And yeah, like curious as to how they plan to go forward with this with Punk and Ricky Starks. Because clearly that's going to be all in or all out, I would imagine, as a match between them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting to me, too, that, if Punk continues to get booed like this, is he starting to get into John Cena and Roman Reigns territory where he's just the constantly booed babyface?
I think he's got a bit of time because what are we in episode 3 of Collision?
No, these are like 5, maybe.
This is like what, 6 or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, we're like 5 or 6
for a little while now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got a bit of time. If this is in September, we have a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at this as coming out of the pandemic. For like the first 3 months, people booed who they should have and cheered who they should have, and then it slowly just reverted back to the crowd doing what they want to do. So
I think they seem to let CM Punk be himself instead of like having to come out there and chant Owen Hart and do these other things play into the crowd.
But see, I think that is himself because he's very big on the hearts.
Yeah, I think it is, but people like him because he's like an anti-hero. He's not the guy that comes out. He's not the rah guy that come out. Oh yeah, let's go and start clapping. People like him because he's. I don't know. I was gonna say a word that starts with D, but I don't know what is the rules around here. Can you swear on the show? Or I'm a new guy. I don't want to But people don't because he's kind of a prick. That's I guess a word.
That's fine.
Generally, we just try to stay away from the F-bomb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't. But yeah, people like him because he's kind of like Stone Cold. He comes out there, he tells everyone like how he feels, and I just feel like feel like he did that the very first week in that promo. He was kind of himself. He put a few jabs at the Young Bucks and things like that. But kind of since then, he's just I don't know. He's just not the CM Punk that I'm used to seeing.
Well, your sister says he sucks.
I agree. So I think he's good for the company. I'm glad he's back. He's making Collision seem like an important show. It's not Rampage 2.0, and that's a big part of CM Punk being on the show. Is it's getting eyeballs on it. And you're getting to see FTR. You're getting to see Bullet Club Gold kind of flourish, and a lot of those people are watching because of CM Punk.
Yeah, absolutely. Another Pemberton chimes in. Out of curiosity, how do you guys feel about Darby having a TNT title match 6 weeks from now?
It's kind of bizarre that they would have the title match be at All Out and not at All In. I mean, All In's the next show. Why wouldn't he earn a match at All In?
Because they got to have matches for both cards.
Yeah,
there's only a week between the two shows.
Yeah. So there's no TNT match at All In? It's not going overseas?
I don't know.
Canada Dragon doing the despairing act again.
Generally, you don't have TNT title matches at pay-per-view very often.
Yeah. It's definitely been more of a television championship than a pay-per-view championship, which is honestly how it should be, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's designed to be. That's why it's named after one of the networks. It's got to be defended on television.
Might be the HBO Max title one day.
Yes. They're going to have the Max champion.
You know what's interesting is Wardlow is just not around now.
Yeah, the guy vanished.
Yeah, like,
and you know what?
He lost the title.
That's a good thing. No, seriously,
you're not trying to avenge your loss. You're just like, okay, bye.
He's hanging out with Jade Cargill.
People have to go away in order for us to be able to miss them.
No, but at least they say something about him. Like, he's just written off TV and done.
He just vanished. He went home. He cried because he got beat by a giant dinosaur. So I think I'd cry too if I got beat by a giant dinosaur, and I'd probably disappear for a while. I don't know about you guys, but you know what would make me a little happier?
What?
What's that?
A little bit of dummy. You could use the code Effin Wrestling at www.w.gg to get 10% off your first order. That is Dubby. Take a drink. Stay up all night. Play some video games. Write a book. Go run a marathon.
Rich Southwood last week after he had the Dubby. Dude was jumping off the walls.
But you could load up on Dubby and go and join the Fight the World Wrestling School, guys.
Yeah.
You could get Brian Idol and Natalia Markova to show you some stuff in the ring. And if you load up on Dubby, your brain is going to be firing off on all cylinders, and you can absorb what they're saying better.
So there you go. Soak it up like a sponge.
I wish I was in Florida right now because they have a big show they're doing tonight. It was only like $22 to get in. And it's a big show. And hopefully we'll be able to show some of that on our channel. And you'll be able to see La Barbara versus Natalia on our channel.
And that would be a blockbuster. Like, that would be big for the channel. So I hope that we can get our hands on that, because I think that would be really, really cool. Now, we've got some t-shirts, guys. Yeah. Do you guys like t-shirts?
You gonna do t-shirts before the 5 bells?
What's that?
You gonna do t-shirts before the 5 bells?
Yes.
Okay.
Guys, if you like t-shirts, and I know you do, and you like Natalia Markova, everybody here does, you can get the All Effin' Wrestling t-shirt from ProWrestlingTees.com/Effin' Wrestling. You can get this one, or you can get the Magic of Wrestling shirt modeled by our friend Dollywood. I always like to throw that one in there as well.
You can get this shirt.
You can get that one. The Owen Hart.
You can get the PCB shirt.
The Professor Caleb
Get
Bain
that kid a Happy Meal.
Those guys bought so many PCB shirts. They're so nice.
Yeah. I mean, I hope that Caleb Bain is getting some kind of residuals here so he can get his damn Happy Meal. I mean, come on, guys.
Okay, I have to ask you, Jeremy, what shirt are you going to get next from the Effin' Wrestling store?
I was considering either getting I should probably get a Magic of Wrestling t-shirt at some point, and I was also considering getting one of the Kool-Aid shirts.
I love my Kool-Aid shirt.
I like the Kool-Aid shirts. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, you've got one right there you could show us?
Oh, no, it's a Wreckage shirt. Never mind. Just a Wreckage
Oh.
shirt.
That's the old WCW Thunder look for
Yes.
Wreckage. All right, guys. We are at
You
the
have
grand
the
finale.
Natalia Markova shirt here, though.
That's a good shirt. I like that
Yeah.
one, too. Yeah.
Haney.
And we lost Canada for a second.
I know. It's so glitchy.
Right. We all went black. It's doing some strange stuff tonight, guys. Are we sure this isn't Wrestling with the Paranormal?
Oh, that's what's going on.
All right, we're at the grand finale here, fellas. You guys know the routine. Dave, if you don't, we assign a bell rating. How many bells we give this due to the overall quality of the show, and we give our favorite match and favorite segment. So I'll give you a second to think about that, and I will go to Mr. Golden Graham. What's your bell rating?
Starting with me tonight. So I'll do the good news first.
Let's get you out of the way.
Favorite segment is the FTR promo. Favorite match is the Bullet Club Gold. I'm giving this 2.5 bells.
Whoa, this is your lowest score.
This is the first time that AEW, like Collision, has left me like feeling disappointed about a show. Yeah. Like so many segments and so many matches left me wanting more. Like a lot of it just felt very abrupt and rushed for absolutely no reason. So,
all right,
yeah, that's what I got.
Tough customer here for Mr. Graham. He's starting to sound like me now when I review like Dynamite.
I'm curious to see what you give it now.
I think part of it is because Collision has done such a great job of setting the bar so high.
Yeah, definitely. Canada Dry, what say you?
I think this was it wasn't a great show, but it was an entertaining show. I go by, was I bored? Did I turn away? Did I want to watch something else? Did I get distracted? No, I watched and I enjoyed it. So my favorite match is obviously the main event. And then I'm going to give my favorite segment, FTR. And I'm going to give it 3 stars. It wasn't their best show, but it wasn't horrible.
All right. Dave, what do you think, buddy?
So I'll give it maybe like a 3.5 out of 5 bells. I think it was, it was average. It's hard to follow up last week. Last week's show was just so good.
Banger.
Yeah, it was just an incredible show. So it was kind of like a little bit of lull or a little letdown after last week. My favorite match is definitely the main event. Anytime Darby's out there, it's great. I mean, that guy just makes me nervous watching him. If everything he does is so violent, I feel like he's going to get hurt every single time. He just runs into like the turnbuckles or does a dive. He's just with so much speed. So, I love anytime. And they had the little cameo by Scorpio Sky. I kind of forgot he existed a little bit, but I'm glad he's still around. So, yeah, I would say that. And then you give your favorite segment? Is that like a non-match?
Yeah.
I would say it's FTR. Probably the best non-wrestling segment. I'm excited for that match next week, and that kind of helps set it up. And, on Wednesday, we'll hear from MJF and Cole, kind of what they have to say.
So did you say 3 or 3.5?
I would go 3.5.
Okay.
3.5.
All right. So this was by far my least favorite episode of Collision. I don't think it was a bad show. I just don't think compared to all the other ones, it was particularly good. So for me, I'm giving it 2 bells. And it's just on the sliding scale of how great the show was leading up to this week and how much lower on the scale this one was from the past few. So my favorite match of the night, I think I'm going to have to agree with Golden Graham. I really like that Bullet Club Gold match with Andrade and with Andretti and Martin. And of course, the favorite segment has to be the FTR promo. I mean, there were only like 2 speaking segments here. One was like the messy opening and then the FTR promo. But the FTR promo was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. That was my favorite.
Okay, so
you know what? We've got some really weak women's matches so far on Collision. That's a common theme.
Yeah.
They need to step it up in that women's division for Collision. Like, you give a lot of quality matches to the men. But
You're being
what last
censored
thing
by
I heard you
somebody.
say?
I wanna, and then you went
Somebody
away.
does not
Yeah, I
want
want
you
to see some
saying.
quality matches from the women.
So,
Bring back Niper Piven.
Piper.
Let her put some more people over.
So our bell average for this collision is 2.75.
Yeah, that's a pretty low one.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one was just not the best one. It just wasn't. But I think
And
next
yeah,
week is already looking like it's going to be a lot better.
Oh,
And you know, Jeremy, you're not gonna hit a home run out of the park every single episode. You can't do it.
Oh, of
you're
course.
right.
You got it. You need to have some lower grade matches because you can't be giving away the pay-per-view matches every week because you just can't.
There's got to be a low in there once in a while. There just has to be. Like, and the
it's like
past
a
2 weeks
reset.
were so good and had two, like, literally all-time great tag matches between the same two teams for 2 weeks in a row. It's just kind of hard to follow that up and to just keep the ball. You can't just keep hot shotting, to use a wrestling term, to just put on a show like that every single week until you just completely fizzle out. So, yeah, I totally.
Who wants to do the hour match this week?
Let's do the hour Broadway, bro.
It's like, yes, I got my hour match. Yeah. Oh, not
Monaco
Andrade.
says, just got home from touring. Best podcast ever. Hell yeah.
That's some pretty high praise.
Thanks for the compliment.
That's the kind of, I mean, I tell you, man, the Japanese fan base loves Canada Dry and they love this podcast. So,
Do
hey,
you know what we're called in Japan?
what?
The Super Happy Fun Show.
In Nippon, the land of the rising sun. All right, gentlemen, this has been a lot of fun, guys.
Yes.
I've appreciated this very much. Do any of you have anything you want to say just in closing before I finish this off here?
Other than my regular thing I do?
I was like, I have nothing. Oh, we all know Canada Dry does his thing, so.
I just want to say thanks for having me. This is fun. Making my debut. I hope I didn't let you guys down. I've been waiting for this moment my whole life.
You did a great job, man.
So let me ask you this, Marty. Are you keen to come back on this channel?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know how too many Saturday nights I can make because my wife might get a little angry.
Well,
at me,
yeah, you can come on the magic of wrestling.
Oh,
you can come on Wrestling with the Paranormal. Oh. You can come on any. You can come on the All from Wrestling show. You're welcome anywhere.
We got 100 shows, man. You can fit in somewhere.
I would love to. I don't want to be the guy that, hey, where did Marty go? He was on that show. He did all right, but we never saw him again. So, yeah, I'd love
Yeah, he's a one-hit wonder.
That's how it started with me. I came on one show, and then all of a sudden it's like boom, 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 boom.
and he loves the spotlight.
Oh, who wouldn't love the spotlight?
He's like, how's my hair? He's like getting his wife to do his makeup before he goes on.
I see there's some like lighting set up in the background there. Are you taking some photos?
My wife's a photographer.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Nice. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do a podcast at some point where you come on either as Marty Jannetty or as the representative of Marty Jannetty. And we can kind of get your thoughts through him on modern day wrestling.
I ain't gonna lie, like I would watch like a round table with like Marty and Sean and Hacks, like just get the whole faction in. Like I would probably laugh my ass off the whole time.
I mean, guys, what if we had like a podcast with like Marty Jannetty and Virgil? Like how genius would that be?
Oh yeah,
Marty Jannetty's actually supposedly starting his own podcast. I don't know if you guys follow him on Facebook. He's
not you, the legit Marty, right?
Yeah, the legit Marty. He's crazier than I am.
We should just do an after show of his podcast and talk about it.
I mean, you could do an entire podcast on the crazy shit that he said on Facebook over the years.
Oh my god!
You
guys think I'm crazy? He's crazier than I am. I'm like Marty Jannetty tame.
For anybody that doesn't know what I'm talking about, just look up Marty Jannetty daughter. And,
no!
Read the story.
Do not.
He was hacked.
Yes, so he says.
He claims he was hacked. Yeah.
So I wanna talk to you about this, Jeremy.
Yeah.
So, we were talking you guys were talking on the show this morning about having people phone in
Mhm.
And I would love it if we could put a StreamYard link in when we're advertising the shows, and people could just pop in, be on the show for less than 5 minutes. We'll do a call-in segments and have them interactive and just be able to come on the show. And I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea. You see people come and finger us, and they're like, "All right, get that guy off."
Run-ins.
I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, we could certainly give it a shot and see what happens.
Yeah, that's the only thing is that we don't. When someone's coming on, we don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
someone can moon the camera. What are we going to do? Oops.
You just got to have Jeremy with the X button ready to click as soon as something
Is it
bad happens.
possible to have it so they can only not have their face and just have just a non-picture? Is that possible?
I think.
Because if you have it where they're not showing their video and you can only come on as a voice, that'd be much better.
Like an actual phone call.
Yeah, so it's like they're not gonna.
I just went into the settings here and I just tried to click on you to see if I could remove just your camera, but leave your microphone. And I don't seem to have that as an option. So I don't know if we're going to be able to do that or not.
No, it's got to be. Usually, it's just on your end.
Yeah,
You just hit start or stop cam.
but like the idea that I presented this morning, and I've seen other video podcasts do it this way too, is to use Discord. So where I have, and I think I explained this morning, but where I have an audio mixer, anything I play on my computer will come live on StreamYard here during the broadcast. So if I have Discord open and we have a channel, people could go in that channel. I can choose who talks in there, and it's all just
we could put the
voice.
Discord link in the advertising.
Yeah,
and then people go if you want to come and talk on the show. Yeah, other than a StreamYard, we could just not approve them if they have a video going. They can't come in.
We could do
So how
that
about
too.
this?
Yeah,
In the comments, why don't you guys tell us? Would you be down for something like that?
yeah. Would you guys want to do a call-in show featuring some of the hosts here on Effin' Wrestling? Now, like I said, if you can call in and have a conversation with me or debate me or anything like that, obviously, if you say anything crude or insulting, we're just gonna kick you. But if you want to have a good civil conversation, I'd be willing to have anybody on. Absolutely.
And we could it'd be cool if we put up a timer. It's like, all right, you can talk for this much. As soon as the timer's up, all right, next call.
Well, I mean, you just do it kind of like like a call-in talk radio show. Hi, how are you? Quickly get to your point. Converse a little bit. All right, I gotta go. I gotta move on to the next caller and cut them off.
You get those long-winded talkers sometimes, though. You're like, all right, I'm gonna have to cut you off.
I called there was one time that I called a talk radio show. And it was on Sirius XM because I'm a big MMA fan. They used to have a show called Fight Club. And I called in and gave my answer to whatever the question of the day was. And as soon as I gave my answer, like they immediately hung up on me before they even responded to my question. So like I said the question and then all of a sudden it just went and I was cut off from the call. And then they responded to my question on the air. So I couldn't even say anything in response.
They got it down to a science.
Yeah, and I wasn't expecting. I was like, "What the? Like, did they just hang up on me?" But yeah, they did. So,
well, that's kind of smart, actually. You get your question in.
Yeah, just like what we just did with you. I just dropped you before you answered the question.
Yeah, I'm not saying the right thing. You got to shut me down.
It's like, all right, he's going long here. We mentioned Bret Hart. He's going long. We got to go.
Yeah, but the questions won't work because we can ask questions on the show. You want to be able to get more in-depth conversation and feel a little bit more special because you're on the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be like, well, I think that your opinion on Orange Cassidy sucks, and I'm going to tell you why, and then you can tell me why I'm wrong. And
then we'll kick you off and tell you why you're really wrong.
and we'll badmouth you for the rest of the show.
Can you believe that idiot called in here and told me that Orange Cassidy was more believable than Roman Reigns? What a moron.
No Shawn Michaels fans on the show.
No Shawn Michaels fans.
What? Why? Huh?
I will
Shawn
have you
Michaels.
know that our Shawn Michaels High and Lows episode of Magic has done like almost 100 views.
Wow.
So,
Nice.
yeah.
What about the Bret Hart highs and lows? How's that one doing?
I have to go back and check. That one was a few
Okay.
months back, so I have to
That
see.
one's not doing so well.
But yeah, I just noticed I went back and looked because occasionally I'll go look because I'm curious to see how our shows do.
Yeah.
And it was sitting at like 96 views. I was like, well, hell, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could definitely do a call-in thing sometime, man. I think that'd be a lot of fun. We could kind of talk off air about that a little bit. Maybe we could throw something together if you guys would be interested in doing that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll have Golden Graham argue with somebody.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love to argue.
Like, I want to see Joe Graham get super pissed at somebody for calling in and challenging him.
No, you don't. I promise you, you do not want to see that.
I
I
do.
work very
Oh, I
hard.
definitely do now.
No,
Yeah,
I
the
work
neat thing
very hard
is-
to keep my anger under wraps. No, you don't want that.
The neat thing is that the person calling, they could be like, I want to talk to Marty. I want to find out about his night at Hooters.
Who doesn't?
And then
I want
would
Marty
have
to
Marty would have to
elaborate.
address him.
I want Marty to elaborate on that story of what he did to the guy behind the bowling alley.
We
You
don't talk
know
about
what story
that.
I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, that guy, he's never heard from again, you know?
So,
But the story he made up, kayfabe, right?
so the Shawn Michaels High Lows episode is at 97 views. Brett's is at 51 views.
Ooh.
50 of those was Canada Dry.
Well,
watching it
everyone
over and over.
knows the how Bret Hart, who he is, and all his lows are connected to Shawn Michaels.
Or Goldberg.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing too. The Bret Hart episode was like months ago. And maybe we've just grown as a community and as a channel since then. I suppose that's a possibility, right?
That's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, but bottom line is we're getting some good numbers here on the channel, and I like to see that because we're going to take over. Like we're coming for all the major podcasters out there. We're coming for you. Period.
Coming
We're
for,
going to win.
coming for
And one day
CVV.
we'll. What?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say one day we're gonna be bigger than just being big in the Super Happy Fun Show in Japan. We're gonna be the Super Happy Fun Show in USA and the Super Happy Fun Show in Canada. Damn it!
We're even going to be the Gong Show.
Oh, man.
And the Gong Show's huge, guys. Like if you reach Gong Show status, I mean, you're like God, basically.
You made it.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're sitting at an hour and 12 minutes here. We should probably wrap this up. Canada Dry, do you want to do your closing and send us
I
home?
would like to do an inspiring message. So if you're out there and life is just kicking you to the curb, and you just got to get up and dust yourself off, and you got to remember to just keep
I want a hammer meal, please.
You know,